I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's the truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. There's Scarborough on the toss. Pushing through the contact, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. His first carry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Throwing on third down, Luck. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 23 yards on the play.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. This is Scarborough. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Jamal Sheard on the stop. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. shotgun now for Breeze. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Breeze now on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Scarborough. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
From the gun, here's Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Let's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Scarborough. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. A shotgun snap for Locke. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Breeze on third down. That's complete to Meredith. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on them.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here we go.
Breeze to throw on third and 1. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. A give. This is Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go.
Breeze to throw on second down. That's complete right around the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
try to pound it in. Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
12.
Luck on first down. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw on second down is Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Breeze now on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danico Autry. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Joe Schobert, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Breeze. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to run, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Play action. It's Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. Here's Luck. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Al Woods breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Breeze now to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Saints add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to fire one deep over. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
21. Ready. You ready? Under.
To throw is Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. The 40. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Here's Luck. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Got it!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Breeze to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 38.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing, Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Flex round.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's Brissett. He's going to... And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Flex round. Flex round.
They'll throw again. Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check, check, check. Under.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danico Autry. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Ohio.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Ohio. 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 Ohio.
To throw is Brissett. Ebron's got it. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Brissett on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click.